Hello students, chapter number 3, Plant Kingdom. This is video number 1. Now the kingdom Plantae is further divided into two parts. One, if the plant body is not well differentiated, and second, the plant body is differentiated. If the plant body is not differentiated, then under it comes division Thallophyta. And if the plant body is differentiated, then it can be further divided into do the plant body contains vascular tissues or the plant body does not contain vascular tissues. If the plant body does not contain vascular tissue, under it comes division to bryophyta. And if the plant body contains vascular tissues, then under it, it can be further divided into that the plants do not produce seeds or the plant produce seeds. If the plant does not produce seed, then comes division 3 pteridophyta, and if the plant produce seeds, that can be further divided into that the seeds are naked, then the division is gymnosperms, and if the seeds is present inside the fruit, then the division is angiosperms. So now we'll be talking about division 1, that is Thallophyta. This video is on division 1 Thallophyta. Now students, if you divide the Thallophyta, it is made up of two words. One is thallus, another is phyta. Thallus means undifferentiated. Phyta means plant. That is, body does not have true stem, leaves, or roots. The body is undifferentiated, and so the body is like thallus, thallus-like body. Some examples are, you can see Cladophora, Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra. Presently, division Thallophyta only includes algae. Now, talking about algae are autotrophic organisms. These algae, the body is simple and thallus-like, and this algae can be both freshwater or marine. Algae can be found in moist places, moist stone, soil, and wood. Reproduction can be asexual or sexual. If the reproduction is asexual, then it takes place during favorable condition and generally takes place with the formation of zoospores or aplanospores. If it is a sexual reproduction, it takes place by fusion of gametes. Talking about the gametes, there are three types of gametes: isogamous, anisogamous, and oogamous. Now let us understand what is isogamous, what is anisogamous, and what are oogamous gametes. Isogamous means similar in size. Those gametes which are similar in size is known as isogamous gametes. Isogamous gametes can be flagellated or non-flagellated. If it is flagellated and similar in size, you find it in some species of Chlamydomonas. And if it is non-flagellated but similar in size, then you find such gametes, such isogametes in Spirogyra. Then comes anisogamous gametes. Anisogamous gametes, these gametes are dissimilar in size and you find it in some species of Chlamydomonas. Then comes oogamous gametes. In oogamous gametes also they are dissimilar in size, but one of them is non-motile, bigger in size, and it behaves as female gamete. It is static, and the other one is small in size. It is motile and it behaves as male gamete. Now let us study the economic importance of algae. Some of the economic importance of algae is that half of the total CO2 fixation on Earth, it is done by algae. These algae, they increase the dissolved oxygen level in the water because they are the primary producers. And because they are the primary producers, they form the basis of the food cycles of aquatic animals. As well as some of the algae like Porifera, Laminaria, Sargassum, they are used as foods. Then there are some brown algae or red algae. This brown or red algae produces water holding substances known as hydrocolloids. For example, some of the hydrocolloids or water holding substances like algin, it is produced by brown algae. And this is used in commercial purposes in the shampoos and shaving creams. Carrageen, this is produced by red algae and it is used in clearing agents. Agar, it is obtained from algae, Gelidium or Gracilaria. Agar is used to grow microbes and it is also used in the preparation of ice creams and jellies. These algae nowadays are used as supplements, food supplements to the space travelers. This is because they are very rich in proteins and some of the algae which are used by the space travelers are chlorella and spirulina. Now this algae can be divided into three classes: chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae and rhodophyceae. Now let us do these classes one by one. The very first class, that is chlorophyceae. Chlorophyceae, as the name itself is coming better, chloro means green. So these includes green color algae. They are unicellular. These algae may be present in colonies, so it may be colonial or it may be filamentous. These algae, as they are green in color, their dominant pigment is chlorophyll A or B. The algae which come under this class chlorophyceae, if you see to their chloroplast, the shape of the chloroplast is different in different species. It may be discoid shaped, plate-like, cup shaped, spiral or ribbon shaped. Now storage bodies, that means reserve food bodies, are called pyrenoids, where food is reserved, and this pyrenoid is present in chloroplast. These pyrenoids, they store proteins besides starch. So what are pyrenoids? They are the storage bodies present in the chloroplast. Now some of the algae, they may even store food in the form of oil droplets. If we talk about the cell wall of the algae, the cell wall is rigid and it is made up of two layers. The outer layer is made up of pectose and the inner layer is made up of cellulose. Talking about the types of reproduction seen in chlorophyceae, three types of reproduction can be seen: vegetative, asexual or sexual. If it is a vegetative reproduction, it takes place by fragmentation because it's a unicellular organism. Generally in algae, vegetative reproduction takes place by fragmentation. Asexual reproduction generally takes place by flagellated spores, and these spores, zoospores are produced in zoosporangia. Sexual reproduction, there are three types of gametes: isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous. You can, students, see the structure, the different types of chlorophyceae algae. Chlamydomonas, you can see the colony of Chlamydomonas. Cladophora, this is the Cladophora. This is Spirogyra. This is Cara, again a very important chlorophyceae. And this is Eulothrix. So these are some of the different types of green algae, which comes under class Chlorophyceae. Now we will be studying about the second class, that is Phaeophyceae. Phaeophyceae, common name brown algae. Obviously, why brown algae? Because their color is brown. Now, we should understand why their color is brown, because they have a pigment fucoxanthin, which is dominant in them, and the brown color is due to the pigment fucoxanthin. These algae, they are marine in nature. Their body is simple, branched, filamentous. An example of this such an algae is Ectocarpus. Brown algae is a class of algae where it contains the largest size algae. For example, kelp. Kelp is a algae which is largest in size, and its height goes up to about 100 meter. It is profusely branched. Now this plant body of the algae may be divided into holdfast, stipe, and frond. You can see the root-like structure. This is the holdfast, which helps the algae to gets attached to the substratum. It's not a stipe, is a stem-like structure. Now this stem-like structure, on it there is a leaf-like structure known as frond. Do not forget, children, that these algae are belongs to division Thallophyta, where it does not have true stem and leaf. So they are just like leaf-like, stem-like, and root-like. This is example Laminaria. These are the three brown algae, Fucus and Dictyota. In Fucus, if you can see there is a midrib, just like the leaves, normal leaves have, as well as there are air bladders. These air bladders gives them buoyancy, provides buoyancy to them. Now, Phaeophyceae, the species which come under Phaeophyceae are also photosynthetic. It contains chlorophyll A, chlorophyll C, carotenoid, and xanthophyll. And as I told you, that pigment fucoxanthin is present in them, which gives them a brown color. Fucoxanthin is a type of xanthophyll. In Phaeophyceae, the food reserve is in form of laminarin or mannitol. Now, and the cell wall is made up of cellulose, and it is covered with a gelatinous coat called algin. If we see the types of reproduction in Phaeophyceae, again, vegetative reproduction by fragmentation, asexual reproduction by biflagellated zoospores. But here the zoospores are pear-shaped, and the flagella is unequal and laterally attached. If it undergoes sexual reproduction, then there are three types of gametes: isogamous, anisogamous, and oogamous. Now, the last class of algae, that is Rhodophyceae, red algae. Again, it is marine, and it is found in warmer areas. These red algae, children, are found on the surface of the water as well as in the deep ocean, where relatively no light enters. The red color is due to a red color pigment known as R-phycoerythrin. And in this, the reserve food material is in the form of floridin starch. This floridin starch, the structure is quite similar to amylopectin and glycogen. Children, you are coming across few new words like laminarin, mannitol, floridin starch. These are the type of foods and the food is stored in this form. They are the different, like it is a different form of starch. The structure is different. Talking about types of reproduction, here also the vegetative reproduction takes place by fragmentation. Yes, asexual reproduction, here it is different from the other two classes, because here asexual reproduction is taking place with the help of non-motile spores, and sexual reproduction only by oogamous. These are some examples of red algae. This is Polysiphonia, and if you see this, this is Porifera. So in this video, we have learnt about the different features, characteristics of Thallophyta, and the next video will be of Bryophyta. Thank you.